Hello guys, Cartoon Retro Boy here, and today we're gonna review the SpongeBob Season 7 episode, and it's one of my favorite SpongeBob specials of all time. And you gotta guess what it is. And if you don't know, it will be the Great Patty Caper. So, why this episode, you may exact? Well, this was the very first SpongeBob episode I ever seen in my life. This was the very first one. So, this is why it's one of my favorite episodes of Season 7. Let me talk about... So, I guess we should get into the plot of this episode. The plot of this episode... Sorry. The plot of this episode is that SpongeBob and Patrick must go on a train and go get the formula from Farawayville, which the formula was sent by Mr. Krabs thanks to Plankton trying to steal it again. Now, I'm gonna talk about, and then after that, Plankton tries to get on the train and gets ran over by a bus, which, fun fact, he makes a reference to One Course Meal from Season 7 about, oh yeah, now you're on time. This is due to me watching this episode before One Course Meal, so I didn't get the joke as a kid, but after watching the rest of the season, now I can get why the joke was there, though, even though I thought it was dark a bit. But at least it was not a one-course meal, because that would have made the episode way worse, of course. But anyway. And then, after that, SpongeBob and Patrick are on the train and exploring around the train itself, like going into the dining room. They see a few people, and then also see the butler, the guy who put them in the room and stuff, and also other crap. And then after the butler tells SpongeBob and Patrick to leave, he shoves SpongeBob and Patrick out of the dining room for them, and says, "You must leave now." And I'm like, wow, he's such an a-hole, and also suspicious. And then the key goes missing, of course, because, which I will foreshadow. So this is where the mystery starts. So, due to this episode getting promoted as Mystery with the Twistery, since I have seen promos of this episode, even though I was not born at the same day as the episode premiered, I definitely watched a rerun of it. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. This episode was promoted with an alternative name, Mystery with the Twistery. Now, on Amazon, it says that it's also the episode's name, but yeah. The Great Patty Caper is an episode that also a lot of people seem to have a lot of mixed feelings on. So after the mystery, it was revealed that Patrick had the key the whole time. Because he was cleaning out SpongeBob's shorts. And then... next up is that SpongeBob and Patrick go races, back on the train. They go back, They get pushed out of the train like, boom, wah! Sorry. Ooh, wah! Ah! So they get pushed out of the train, so yeah, so they get pushed out of the train and then they chase after the train. So yeah, they get pushed out of the train basically. So yeah. Okay. So they get back on the train and then after that um they walk on the train and basically jump and then basically has to chase around Plankton and then also chase to the front of the train. After trying to get Plankton, Plankton decides to do like his evil, self himself and pulls the lever. No, takes off the lever that holds both the front and the pull cart, and it starts going away. Now SpongeBob and Patrick are stuck on this runaway train. They must find ways to stop it, but then Patrick, the idiot himself, pulls the brake lever and breaks it. You're not literally supposed to break the lever, Patrick. And then after that, Patrick does another mistake where he puts more coal in the fire thing, and the train starts going faster and faster, and even crashes into a train station. Like boom. And then Spawn and Patrick goes. Then the train keeps going on and on and on, and even goes through the dreaded twisting tracks, which Spawn and Patrick really enjoyed loving anyway. So yeah. Then after that, Patrick has to find says he'll save them, and starts running after the train, and also jumped out, and basically used a stop sign, which didn't work, a lemonade stand, which that didn't work, but then a freaking rock, and the train starts going into the air and slams onto the tracks, and it still was going until then go through a cave. The train starts rumbling more until a rest home decides to just be there, and then after the train was going so fast, the train stopped in front of the rest home and didn't even hurt anybody, which was thankfully for that. And then after starting off the train again, Patrick breaks the other lever who thought was the brakes, which it's the button that it's the lever that had the thing. I don't know how to say it. And then after that, meanwhile at the bank, Plankton finally got the formula, but Mr. Krabs was mysteriously there for some reason. But of course, Mr. Krabs is stupid anyway. So then he tries to punish Plankton, and then basically Plankton runs away with the formula, and then the train crashes into the bank itself. And then after getting the formula, Mr. Krabs has to pay for the damages, and then the episode ends. Well, at least as I assumed they were. So, yeah. There is more to the ending itself. It shows that SpongeBob is very old with a kid, so yeah, I thought this part was stupid. I didn't really like this part, so yeah. Oh well. And then, yeah. And then the episode ends. So that was the Great Patty Caper. And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite episodes of Season 7, and my personal favorite one from that season. Sure, Season 7 is not perfect, but I would rather watch this one than Season 6 or 12, personally, so... Whoa, goodbye. Whoa. So, yeah. I cannot really tell. So yeah, I think the great. Even this episode is very underrated too. Actually, there's a lot of highlights in this episode. My favorite part is definitely the runaway train scenes because that's probably my favorite part of this special personally because it has a lot of action. I love Patrick breaking the lovers. I think most of the special is great. I think the special overall deserves a good 10 out of 10. My favorite season 7 episode, and definitely my fourth spot on SpongeBob specials in general. So yeah, The Great Patty Caper is one of the best episodes of season 7. I really enjoyed this episode, so honestly, it's because this episode gets very underappreciated by YouTubers. The only people I've seen people give this episode are Pie Guy Rules, who give it a good episode, Mr. Enter, who did not like this episode, which I'm kind of still wondering why he hates this episode. So you better give me a good excuse instead of being such a big baby about it. Stupid baby boy, that stupid baby man. And also there was Gem Reviews, which I think I remember him giving like what a 7 out of 10 or something. I don't know. And also then there was 22 Tiger Dudes who give this episode a 5 out of 10. I don't know how or why, but I guess he did not like this special too much, but he didn't hated it though. And I think also Nathaniel Bendy, who thought this episode was his 7th favorite on the season 7 list, which I can agree on that. It's a great special. It needs more appreciation, honestly. And also, Kat Turner also liked this episode. Sure, it was not a movie, but I think he said he also liked this episode. So, yeah. Seems like this episode has pretty good and some mixed reviewed. So, thank you for joining me, and I think that's enough for the Great Patty Caper. So, thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next video. Cartoon Retro Boy 64 out.